Monday on Cagney and Lacey.
To Christine Cagney, first woman chief of detectives.
Cagney's up for a big promotion, but are the strings attached? Too great a price to pay?
1 minute we're this great team, and the next minute the guy's coming on like a ton of bricks.
Will ambition blind her conscience?
Where do you draw the line?
I draw the line at blackmail.
Monday.
Robert Kennedy and his times will continue.
Saturday, marooned in some other reality, the Sterlings fight to regain their son.
Their lives are in my hand.
I keep them forever. They're like slaves.
Can the family remain together in their dangerous quest for home?
Finish him.
I hate this place.
Otherworld, the adventure continues. This is CBS.
Meat That Might Kill, Monday at 5.
There's something about a born leader that you recognize immediately. That's why over 43 million people flock to Metropolitan for insurance protection. That's why 68 of the top 100 American industrial companies come to Metropolitan for employee benefit programs. In fact, Metropolitan is one of America's largest pension asset managers. Because a leader is someone you feel sure about, no matter what. Get Met. It pays.
Thursday.
I'm going to just step back in time.
Magnum and Company team up for one last mission behind enemy lines.
Set up!
And Simon & Simon reunite to fight charges of murder and espionage.
What's the plan? I'll think of something.
Then, on Nuts Landing, Gary's desperate to stop Val from making a tragic mistake.
Dearly beloved.
CBS Sports Break, sponsored by Bud Light.
Good evening. When you're hot, you're hot. Boston's Larry Bird scorched Portland with 48 points, including the 2 that won the game as time expired. Today's collegiate hotshot was Michigan's Rocky Moore, who beat the halftime buzzer as the Wolverines smoked out Kansas by 19 points. In golf, Lanny Watkins blazed a course record 64 to win the LA Open by 7 strokes. Meantime, Hollis Stacy fired this 20-foot birdie putt on the 18th to capture the LPGA Deer Creek Classic. In tennis finals, John McEnroe won the U.S. Pro Indoor, and Chris Evert-Lloyd beat Martina Navratilova for the first time in over 2 years. I'll have more after this.
Don't just ask for a light beer.
Give me a light.
Ask them to bring out their best.
Bud Light?
Bud Light, because everything else is just a light.
Rocky Lockridge today defended his WBA World Junior Lightweight title with a 6th-round TKO of Kamal Bu Ali. For CBS Sports Break, I'm Dick Stockton.
This is CBS.
Video Wills, a They For You, Monday at 6.
Little boy's dream, a marmalade moon, circus clowns with red balloons, a puppy dogs and a tail for a kite, and toy Dodge trucks that come alive at night. And now I'm a grown man and I dream of the road, of faraway places and the wheels to go. With my Dodge on the highway, I race with the wind behind the wheel of a dream. And I'm a little boy again.
I've heard creative people are miserable money managers.
On the contrary, my IRA from Metropolitan Life provides a tax deduction now and a generous retirement income.
IRA? MetLife?
They guarantee all the money I put in, no matter how much.
MetLife sells IRAs?
Maybe you should get one.
With what I've got, I don't worry about such things.
What's that?
A pretty face.
You'd be better off with an IRA. Get Met. It pays.
The enemy, snow. It can make your car handle like it's on ball bearings. Hence the design logic for Vector, Goodyear's exceptional handling all-season radial. So advanced, its aggressive crisscross tread actually cleans itself for superb control on snow and ice. The Goodyear Vector. It simply performs like no other tire in the world.
Sunday, February 10th, a city held hostage by a faceless killer.
6 children have died for no apparent reason.
And before it was over, the city would go crazy.
You want us to make a statement that there's a Jack the Ripper killing the 4 black children of Atlanta?
Jake, somebody's got to stop these crimes against children.
The case was closed, but the mystery continues. The Atlanta child murders.
This is CBS.
TWA presents the difference between getting you where you're going and leading the way. Taking that extra step to make flying the best it can be. That's what makes TWA one tough act to follow.
$1 Million Diamond in the Rough, Monday.
Scarecrow and Mrs. King, Kate and Allie, and Newhart will all return next Monday night at their regular times on most of these stations.
Good evening from CBS News. This is Newsbreak. In Geneva today, the emergency meeting of OPEC ministers got off to a rocky start. Nigeria was accused of stabbing the 13-nation cartel in the back by undercutting prices. But the oil glut is good news for American drivers. Gasoline prices haven't been this low in 5 years. William Buckley, a U.S. Embassy official kidnapped last year in Beirut, is apparently unharmed. Appearing on videotape, Buckley said fellow kidnapped Americans, newsman Jeremy Levin and Presbyterian minister Benjamin Weir, are also well. Speculation continues to grow that Soviet leader Konstantin Chernenko is seriously ill, so ill he may voluntarily leave office. If he does leave willingly, it would be the first time that ever happened in the history of the Soviet Union. Pope John Paul celebrated Mass today in a mile-high city in the Venezuelan Andes. As the pontiff continues his Latin American tour, there are reports that behind the scenes, he's indicating a possible role for himself in mediating the conflicts in El Salvador and Nicaragua. Senate hearings on Attorney General-designate Edwin Meese are set to begin tomorrow. Today, there was word that an internal report by staff members of the Office of Government Ethics concludes Meese violated ethical standards while he was a White House aide. As if Florida hasn't had enough trouble lately, the state has been hit by its worst rash of wildfires in 4 years. This as a 7-day citrus shipping embargo begins, aimed at keeping freeze-damaged fruit from leaving the state. I'm Richard Wagner in New York. More news later on this CBS station and on CBS News Night Watch.
Coming soon on CBS. Siamese twins, severed at birth, yet destined to read each other's thoughts and bound to feel each other's pain.
If I should die, I will come to you.
Two brothers burning with the same passion for one woman.
Do you realize what would happen if we were seen together?
A love forbidden by a family vendetta. Trevor Eve and Olivia Hussey star in The Corsican Brothers. Welcome to the world according to Garp. Meet Garp's girlfriend.
Not tonight. I have a headache.
Garp's mother.
You have a daughter. I have a son. He's lusting after your daughter.
Garp's best friend.
I was a tight end with the Philadelphia Eagles.
See Garp's house. And this is Garp.
We'll take the house.
Robin Williams, John Lithgow, and Glenn Close star in The World According to Garp.
Lieutenant Theo Kojak, New York City Police Department.
He's back, facing his toughest and most shocking homicide case ever.
This cutie pie mean anything to you? There's a Nazi war criminal killing old men.
But the answers are hidden away in a missing file. Max von Sydow, Suzanne Plachette.
Who loves you, babe?
And Telly Savalas as Kojak, the Belarus file. And the cunning Miss Marple returns to crack a new mystery.
Don't I look like someone you can trust? Somebody shot him in the head.
Arsenic poisoning.
There is obviously a killer running around.
He tried to kill me twice.
Helen Hayes stars with special guest star Betty Davis in Agatha Christie's Murder with Mirrors.
A city held hostage by a faceless killer.
My son has been missing for 4 weeks now.
You want to make a statement that there's a Jack the Ripper killing the 4 black children of Atlanta?
It's him!
Wayne Williams. That's right. Did you throw a body into the river?
Rip Torn, Jason Robards, James Earl Jones, Martin Sheen, Morgan Freeman. One of the most baffling cases in the annals of crime. And before it was over, a city would go crazy.
The jury will see that other side of him. The Jekyll and Hyde. Are you sure the murders have stopped?
The case was closed, but the mystery continues. The Atlanta child murders. Unprecedented in television history. The most spectacular story of modern times comes to CBS in an unforgettable 13-hour journey to the stars. Space. They sought their desires with passion, love, and obsession. For America was a time and place where daring men and women found the courage to breathe life into their fantastic dreams. James Garner, Bruce Dern, Michael York, Blair Brown, Harry Hamlin, and Beau Bridges take mankind's greatest step. They were the best. Their dreams became a soaring reality. Man's conquest of space. Coming soon on CBS.
This is CBS.
St. John's #1, Warner at 11.